Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Here's what she said about her dramatic rescue from Iraq in 2003.
At my parents' home in Wirt County, West Virginia, it was understaged by media, all repeating the story of the little girl Rambo from the hills of West Virginia who went down fighting. It was not true.
Joining us on the phone from her home in Elizabeth, West Virginia is retired U.S. Army Private First Class Jessica Lynch. Jessica, thanks very much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you very much. Good morning.
Well, you made it very clear yesterday that the story that we talked about here on this program, and people all around the world, people who heard that story, it just was wrong. How did it get so messed up?
You know, I really have no idea, but I think it was, a way to give hope, and this nation, it needed hope that the war was going right when it was 3 days into the war and there was already 7 killed and 7 of us captured, and
right.
There was a lot going wrong.
Jessica, weren't the stories, didn't they come out almost right after the fact that this whole hype that was built into your rescue was not true, and yet several years later you still have to state your case about what really happened?
Yeah, exactly. 4 years, and I'm still telling everyone that, that story, the Rambo fighting, it wasn't true. I didn't even get to fire my weapon. But, the most that I can do is just sit here and keep saying, those stories were untrue, and
right.
If people want to believe me, then they will, and if not, then they're going to go back to the same stories and believe those.
Right. You did name your daughter after your fallen friend in the Army, Laura, and Laura is the name, and you did receive... Lori, excuse me. And you did receive massive injuries, including getting a rod put in your leg. Was the wrong rod for a male. It was in the 1940s era, so you're in a lot of pain. But, Jessica, what was the reason for going to Capitol Hill yesterday, besides them inviting you? You also wanted to clear up the record for the Tillmans?
I did, actually. And, well, first of all, my daughter's name is Dakota. But, yeah, I did go to Capitol Hill, and I was there mainly, to help support the Tillmans. They need answers to questions that they have so many questions, and they really need those answers. Their son didn't have the opportunity to come back home and tell his side of the story, so they really need some answers to why, they were lied to, why this was all happening.
Yeah, it was very dramatic watching Pat's brother yesterday talk about what was going on, and it was very dramatic listening to you as well talk about your story. Now, you also made it clear there were heroes that day that you were rescued.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that my heroes that day were the ones that came in to rescue me, or my friend like Lori, or people like Patrick Miller and Donald Walters, who actually was fighting, till death in the ambush.
Yeah.
Those are my heroes.
Yeah, and Jessica, you appeared, you have no political dog in this hunt. You were nonpartisan.
Yeah, no.
So I remember seeing the famous video, the green video of them coming to rescue you and then getting you out of there. And since that time, you've gone back to college, correct?
I have actually. I'm studying to be an elementary education teacher. I love kids, so that's just a dream come true for me.
That's great.
And Jessica, your daughter's middle name is Lori, though, right? After your good friend?
No.
It's not?
It's Dakota Ann.
Oh, I thought that we had read
Lori's middle name is Ann.
Oh, okay. So you did honor her.
So we solved that mystery. We solved that mystery.
Make sure we get our